Hi, everyone. I'm Nancy Zenger, and I lead product marketing at Sauce Labs, and I'm really excited to be hosting this event today. So for everyone attending today and working in retail or e-commerce, I really want to say thank you. This year, retail and e-commerce have made a lot of our lives a lot easier. And it's your attention to that detail, to that customer experience that has been so critical for making sure that the checkout flows work, to letting us shop on our iPad or our Android phones, while we're sitting down watching Netflix, to making sure that when we request groceries and give our credit card info, that everything goes out without a hitch. Thank you for that. Overall, this year has seen a really huge increase in online sales. There's been a continued shift to mobile and a continued emphasis on that digital experience. So digital confidence is really critical to business success now more than ever. And our purpose at Sauce Labs is to create a world of digital confidence. We work to help businesses to have that complete view of confidence and quality in their digital applications to ensure that they're going to work flawlessly every single time. So how do we do that? How do we help businesses differentiate to build thriving digital businesses? And how does that compare to those that are struggling to find their footing? At Sauce Labs, we define digital confidence as meaning you know that you're creating and delivering the best possible user experience for your customers. It means knowing that your applications perform exactly as intended. And most importantly, it means that your customers have no doubt that your web and mobile applications will work flawlessly and deliver a delightful experience every single time, no exceptions. That really allows you to move fast, to release updates quickly, and get your products onto the market. And when you have great products, then your customers are going to move just as quickly to use them. Some of the best brands are using our products. And I really encourage you to check out some of the case studies that we have on our website if you haven't already. At Walmart Labs, for example, we have a great story there about how they're doing extensive mobile testing and test automation on Sauce Labs across a really huge number of devices and emulators and browser combinations, and how that's really supporting their business. At Sauce Labs, we're working really hard to build and improve our solutions so you can innovate with confidence. So let's take a couple minutes to look at what we're doing here and why we're innovating. There's a few big drivers that are pushing forward the future of software development and software testing. Development teams and DevOps are working to accelerate release velocities, so we're looking to make testing efficient. Testing is shifting left and right. More and more people are being involved in quality, and there are more signals to embrace, so we're making a collaborative platform for testing. And finally, code is moving straight from your local environment straight to production environment, so we're integrating into your pipeline so you can move and release with confidence and innovate at a really high pace. What we've been seeing is that a lot of modern teams are creating their own DevOps test tool chains. So there's three big areas here. There's development, integration, and production testing. And the matter of the fact is that each of these areas have been doing their own testing for a long time now. And each stage is typically owned by a different persona who has their own goals and their own motivations, along with their own tools and their own frameworks. And because of that, there's a real proliferation of different tools and methods that are being used across the test pipeline. Each area they're asked to, or they just go ahead and innovate themselves and create their own test tool chains. And the result is that there are silos, and each area only has one picture of that overall quality. And so that can really lead to inefficiencies and communication breakdowns. It makes it difficult for anyone in the organization to have that complete view of health of all of the applications that they're building. So what does that ideal solution then look like? Sauce Labs was one of the first vendors in our space to talk about the need to break down dev and QA silos. And we now focus on looking at quality across those silos and unify testing across the pipeline. Our vision for our platform is to become a flexible testing platform at every stage of the software development lifecycle. So that means providing a platform that is framework agnostic, so we're going to support lots of different languages, integrate into a broad ecosystem to support different personas, and provide the option to run tests in the cloud or locally so you can achieve your goals of speed and scale. Sauce Labs is looking to provide that platform that anybody can use, all of the different personas, from QA to devs to citizen testers, to collaborate and view quality across teams. So all of this, of course, is done in that name of continuous improvement, so you can ensure you are delivering confidence to your users. So I joined Sauce Labs last year, and it's been really impressive to see how much innovation is coming out of this team in addition to recent acquisitions. So let me tell you about what is new at Sauce Labs just in this quarter. The first is the Sauce Testrunner Toolkit, which went to GA last month. This innovation brings test optimization right into the development workflow. With one solution, you can easily integrate tests into your CI/CD pipelines or run them locally. And no matter where you're executing the tests, you can see the results on Sauce Labs. So that's all of your screenshots, logs, metadata, history, insights into failures, all of that, no matter if you're testing locally or on our platform. So that's really cool. And in addition to that, the Sauce Testrunner Toolkit has allowed us to expand the set of test automation frameworks that we support. So that is a move where we now include Cypress, so that's a really popular JavaScript test automation framework, as well as Test Cafe, which we're also seeing a lot of adoption from because of its breadth of coverage. And finally, Playwright, which is an even newer JavaScript testing framework that we're really excited to see develop. So now development teams can run tests in their framework of choice, whether that's Selenium, WebDriver, Appium, Test Cafe, and so on with Sauce Labs. And I'm really excited to see more innovation out of the Testrunner as we move to be framework agnostic, just really increase that flexibility for how development teams can run testing in their pipelines and release with speed. This past winter, we also launched Sauce Visual End-to-End, which is a really great product. Sauce Visual automatically detects visual regressions across your application's UI and increases test coverage by performing both visual and functional testing in the same test run. So there's two parts to this solution. The first is Visual Component, and that integrates with Storybook. So with this, you can automatically test components without needing to write any test scripts. So that's really for front-end developers who are developing the components. With it, you can automatically detect and highlight visual regressions, both with screenshots and with DOM snapshots to a baseline so you can quickly see a perspective of what's changed. And then on the other hand, we have Sauce Visual End-to-End, and that integrates with existing Selenium and WebDriver tests to perform visual regression testing across different browsers and browser resolutions. So it's a really efficient way to test, and it captures a lot of changes that can be missed with your existing functional tests. So it's a really great addition if you already have a lot of tests running of how you can take your testing to the next level and just create really comprehensive test coverage of your front end. And then really exciting, in December, we acquired API Fortress. So that's now a Sauce Labs company. And that is a comprehensive platform for API testing and monitoring. APIs are a major component of most applications. So by testing them with a best-in-class tool, you can actually reduce the amount of time testing that you need to do later in the software development lifecycle. So we see that as a really valuable addition to Sauce Labs. And finally, last but not least, just a couple weeks ago, Sauce Labs acquired Autonomic, which is an innovative AI-driven, autonomous, low-code testing solution. That's a bit of a mouthful. It ingests application, it understands the intent in natural language, translates that into tests, and it automatically maintains and repairs those tests. So it's a really great tool to help manual testers up-level to create automated tests right from the UI. And it also addresses a lot of the internal business application use cases. So for example, if you're an administrator of Salesforce or Workday, Oracle, SAP, it helps you define and test the business processes from within that UI. You can be looking forward to hearing a lot more about that and all of these innovations coming out of Sauce Labs. So that is all from me. That is a lot. So yeah, let's do this.